One of the coolest pieces of merchandise ever made for Halloween Horror Nights. John, has a Metallica house ever been considered?
Have you learned to play the piano?
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for a massive Halloween Horror Nights 2026 update. So on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights show of the day. Now we've had many versions of the Exorcist house. So on that note, let's roll the commercial.
Mother, what's wrong with me?
You know what she did?
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
Okay, welcome back. Hopefully we don't have Exorcist house for a while. The facade is here in Hollywood now. So this is where you enter for the Spielberg kind of tribute store exhibit experience. Spielberg's summer blockbuster featuring Disclosure Day. That's Spielberg's new Alien film. I've tried not to watch any of the trailers. I don't want anything spoiled for me. All the set dressing out here with all the different like shipping crates. I'm sure we'll get more stuff added, but this is what was added on the truss work. Now, we do have some cords, okay? The cord is going up the truss, along here, to right there. Same thing over here. Cords going up the truss, along there. So it looks like the sign will be illuminated or backlit. What did they do with this image though? Why is everything kind of like squished? Of Jack and Oddfellow, it's just like squished down. All right, let's go over our next display. All right, now let's come over to The Mummy and Chucky modern makers. Universal Studios continued the horror legacy, working with notable horror directors who grew up watching the classic monsters. They include John Carpenter, who would bring the Halloween franchise to the studio with Halloween 2 in 1981 and The Thing in 1982. Steven Sommers, who directed The Mummy in 1999 and Van Helsing in 2004, and Child's Play sequels starring Chucky, a doll brought to life by a serial killer. Let's read this. During the filming of Steven Sommers' The Mummy in 1991, the supporting artists began to change what they were chanting from the correct Egyptian phrase to "on what nar say you are." During rehearsals, before long, they were all chanting it and did so on the final take. Nobody on the crew noticed during filming, therefore remains in the film. All right, let's talk about Chucky now. All of Brad's voiceover work for Chucky was recorded in advance so they could match up Chucky's mouth with the words. Because of this, Brad rarely ever appeared on set during the doll scenes. Instead, recordings of his voice would be played back for Alex Vincent to go by. In Halloween 2 in 1981, the role of Michael Myers was played by Dick Warlock. Warlock also played Matt Hooper for the underwater sequences in Jaws. We have some press photos from Halloween 2. Then you got Michael Myers' mask and knife right there. Just put in a mobile order. There's a new like refresher. I had the refresher version. It's like the new butterfly drink. The refresher is fine. We're gonna get like the coconut milk version, like the pink drink. So it's like the butterfly drink. All right, here it is. So we got like, I think that's like pineapple boba. Then there's like guava juice and then some sort of like tea on top and like something else. This version is good. 8.5. Don't go with the refresher.
Jump and jiggle on. I'm seeing you a lot lately.
I think of it as Groundhog Day. I'm just in this constant loop over and over again. How do you get out of Groundhog Day?
You don't.
You don't?
Unless you've come to terms with what you need to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you learned anything?
Not much.
Have you learned to play the piano?
I can do chopsticks, like in Big. How are you doing today? Anything interesting happening today in your life?
Did I tell you about my teleportation already?
No.
Teleportation with time travel. Like threading a needle in time.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Oh, Scooby and Shaggy. They see Beetlejuice. He's right there. They're a little scared.
No leash laws.
They're hiding in the trash cans right now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Is it up? Anything happen?
Damn thing. Nothing.
Universal is just great during the morning time. It's just chill. You walk around. You're not dealing with crowds. You're not dealing with madness like at Disney. You can just vibe. It is 11 in the morning. It is just a peaceful, chill vibe walking through the park. All right, let's head into Springfield, see if there's anything happening over by the tents. As you saw yesterday, everything was blocked off. We couldn't see anything. Maybe because it's so early in the morning, people haven't had their coffee and they left something open. Let's see if anything's open. Oh, I see something happening. I see something happening that isn't blocked by a truck. Oh no, where'd they go? Someone was just walking around. All right, so this was cracked yesterday. Dumpster's been empty and they were blocking everything with the trucks. The teams are back working today. So in Hollywood, you can really get a great view of everything. Orlando doesn't want you seeing anything, but in Hollywood, they let you see everything. Let's show off some of the construction updates from Hollywood. Okay, so Five Fires posted a bunch of stuff. Walls have gone up at the Parisian Courtyard for HHN Hollywood. Mummy HHN Hollywood ground layout has begun. HHN Hollywood TPAC construction update. It's looking awesome. Hopefully announcements soon. This is where the heavily rumored Killer Clown's house is supposed to be. HHN Hollywood construction update. Jurassic World Q. This facade is looking awesome. We need announcements already. HHN Hollywood construction update. Curious George location entrance will be to the right of the box. It's heavily rumored that this might be a Hellraiser house and you might be entering into the puzzle box. Finally gonna try the sausage roll. Now this is in the little food stand in the Wizarding World where they have like the big baked potatoes. This thing is massive. So it's gonna be the sausage roll wrapped in a flaky pastry dough. That thing was heavy. Flavorful sausage in there. Nice and moist and juicy. Wonderful buttery flaky crust on the outside. I'm gonna do 8.5 on that. It's just massive. You're gonna need like a bottle of water with it. It's like very kind of salty. Top of the candy shop, they've started to add some of the Jaws stuff. They've started to add some Jaws props. I don't think it's the full thing yet. All right, so this is from the queue. This is from the Jaws ride queue. This is gonna be the license plate that they pull out of the shark. Then we have the tanks that they use, the flashlight, the barrel that they attach to Bruce. So nothing too crazy with Easter eggs, and then we just kind of have some fish elements that got added, some fishing elements, and then we got the tank that they use. And then we're gonna have Quint's beer. That's right there. We got Quint's beer where he crushes it up. And then just kind of fishing materials, more decorative elements, a mermaid, and it does look like the expansion will be sponsored by Coca-Cola. So this will probably all drop, whatever experience is coming here, on May 23rd when like the Universal Summer stuff launches. I'm excited for the Jaws stuff to come, but we just had the Jaws stuff kind of last year. I want them to kind of like spread it out. So we'll see how the final experience looks. Last year's kind of the Jaws attraction. So this is, I guess, the Jaws film that's kind of based off of. All right, nothing new with the tent. They've pulled it pretty tight though. The walls are up for the tent, so it's all enclosed now, but nothing game changing yet, no facades, all in good time. We got a long construction update season ahead of us. There's Bio in the sky, there he is. All right, Bio, give us some images. How do the sprung tents actually look? Because they're blocked by the trucks, but they're not blocking you, buddy. Nothing new inside Boris's office. Will we ever get confirmation of what happened to the tribute store for this year? Will it happen? Where will it go? We have many questions. Only time will tell. But nothing new in Boris's office. The wall's still open. They were doing insulation yesterday. I know you're waiting for something else. You're waiting for John Birdie right there. John! So John tweeted out this. Here's a little sneak peek behind the curtain of what goes into creating houses for HHN. For years, I've used notebooks like these for the initial creative process, all handwritten before I type a single word. Going back and reading them is like trying to decipher hieroglyphics. As we can see, it's The Tales of John Murdy. Great ideas, have to start somewhere. And then we see a Gremlins book also in there. I spy Gremlins, sneak peek or clue. John says, just a cool notebook I found. How are we in May and no announcement yet? John says, building suspense. John, has a Metallica house ever been considered? John says, yes. All right, it's time to go over to Islands Adventure. Some new Nintendo merch finally dropped. The adventure begins to the AC. We got new Super Nintendo World merch because we really have not gotten too much new stuff recently. We got a couple new Yoshi items, that was about it. Probably to celebrate the 1-year anniversary for Epic Universe. We'll probably see this pop up at Epic, but there's gonna be a ton of merch dropping on the anniversary for Epic. There's a bunch of different offerings, some special things happening. It says Super Nintendo World right there. You're gonna have Mario. That says Super Nintendo World on the front. Now the sign has been around, but that's $30, but look at this, $40. That little flag on top for the straw protector. It's the same design that's on the Spirit jersey. It says Universal Studios. And you'll slide around nice and simple, not over the top. $45 for this fanny pack. Stuff just feels very 90s. I like it. Feels modern, but also 90s. And then $33 for the towel. $20 for the little kid kind of sippy cup. Water bottle. $35 for the short sleeve shirt. There's also gonna be a frame. So you're looking at $30 for the Super Nintendo World frame. And then $65 for this bag. It almost kind of looks like a bowling bag, but it's like a backpack. It says Universal Studios on the strap. $25 for your little power-up band holder. So these kind of unzip, and then you can put your power-up band on the inside of them. And then $50, dear Lord, $50 for just this bag. It's like a little beach bag, but it's got that same design. That's on all the merch. Let's do an update about Horror Unleashed Chicago. Again, it's supposed to open next year. Its opening is all reliant on the Bally Casino opening. Remember, there's kind of like the illegal activity that was happening, and then stuff got paused.
A bombshell investigation is throwing the future of the Bally's casino site in River West into question. The Illinois Gaming Board has ordered construction to stop, at least for now. The IGB ordered a work stoppage so it could begin an investigation, which the Tribune and Sun-Times report surrounds the use of a waste hauling service that could have ties to organized crime. Bally's would only confirm to us that the business was an unapproved vendor. In a statement to CBS News Chicago, the Gaming Board confirms it ordered Bally's to halt construction while it investigates, quote, the facts and circumstances around the vendors being used at that construction site.
So they're building. This is the current kind of construction of the casino. This is how it looks.
We are looking at the Bally's casino construction site. This is closest to the Chicago and Halstead intersection. This is along the north branch of the Chicago River, just south of Goose Island. This is a massive project, including a hotel tower. So you can see here, it is really coming along. I'm not flying my drone here often enough, but we were promised this would be completed in September of 2026, and looking at it today, you can see that is definitely not going to happen.
When that's done and that's open, then Horror Unleashed can open. You need the casino to get that traffic to go over to Horror Unleashed. Again, how many people going to a casino and gambling want to go to a haunted house? We'll find out. So speaking about Horror Unleashed, the Vegas location has posted new photos, the new menu options that came to the Jack Bar. There's the pizza skull. It's going to be pepperoni mozzarella with spicy marinara, truffle fries with a black garlic aioli, rotten eggs, they're beet poached. Then there's the flamin' hot mozzarella stick. Then ears, grilled ear ribs, lime aioli with crushed flaming hot Cheetos. Then there's the flaming hot caviar nuggets, citrus crema, red caviar with crushed flaming hot Cheetos. So now we know how the menu options look that just came to Horror Unleashed. For all those mystery box collectors, we got a new one. $15 a piece. Get Jurassic Truck, blue, a T-Rex. This has opened, so you can see inside the window. There's some artifacts at the Lost Emporium. All sales final. I believe this is the last day for entertainment in the Lost Continent, then we get some more walls popping up. But see how the fountain's doing one last time.
Sorry I'm throwing water at you.
Thank you for your years of magic and granting millions of wishes for countless people. Your magic will live on, so thank you.
Thank you. Good fortune to you. I shower you with good fortune.
Oh, thank you.
Hello, madam. Welcome to the Mystic Fountain. By suicide. Hello, madam. Welcome to the Mystic Fountain. I'm the gatekeep HHN. There you are. There you are. See, this is why I have to get rid of me. It's a new law in Florida. You can't go around spitting on people. Okay. Hello, madam. Welcome, found. You already get a picture. Oh, welcome. It's our friends from Universal Creative. Yay! Gee, thank you for covering my face so you can't see me in the picture. Thank you, guys.
It is sad to see all the entertainment go from the Lost Continent. I really hope they do something with the Mystic Fountain. Put it at Epic Universe. It's such a great atmospheric meet and greet, right? You have the different water effects going. It's very memorable for kids and adults, and it's something you really can't experience at any other theme park. So I really hope they reuse the Mystic Fountain again, someplace, or have something like that pop up at Universal. All right, let's see what's going on with the family coaster. We got some massive construction updates. Okay, more support beams have popped up to support the coaster track. No coaster track yet, but they've been installing the bases with the beams, and then we will get the track. So this is exciting news for the Fast and the Furious coaster. This makes me feel old seeing this photo celebrating the 25th anniversary of Shrek. Every single person and their mother had it on VHS. Everybody would watch it over and over and over again. And when Shrek 2 came out, it was just pure insanity. So many good movies have come out recently. My favorite one right now, I think, is Hokum. If you have not seen it, it's a great horror film. Imagine The Shining meets 1408 meets Krampus. I'm gonna do 8.5 on that. It is getting toasty as hell. Let's go back to the office, and I wanna unbox the limited edition Jack the Clown figure from Horror Unleashed for you guys. Okay guys, we're back in the office, so it's time to show off one of the coolest pieces of merchandise ever made for Halloween Horror Nights. This was only released at Horror Unleashed out in Vegas. They didn't have it during the opening. It wasn't shipped in yet. One of my buddies went out there, picked up for me, brought it all the way back to Florida, so I have it. We got the J, right? You have this great kind of textured blood finish to it. And then right here, dude, look how cool this is. You got the A, then you got Jack's eye peeking through the box. Then you got the C, and then you got the K. So you can only purchase this at Horror Unleashed at the gift shop. You can't buy it online. There are some on eBay, but they're around like $300. So it is the Jack the Clown exclusive figure. And then on the bottom of the box, it'll say Universal Horror Unleashed. Let's open it up. You got Jack right there. You get a certificate of authenticity. So it says certificate of authenticity. This certificate assures that the collectible Jack the Clown resin statue is authentic. Original item produced exclusively by Universal Destinations. So I got number 43 out of 500. And there's a slight silhouette of Jack the Clown. I love that they made like a numbered piece. And then here is the figure. So when it comes to the upcoming Horror Unleashed locations, it's rumored that there might be kind of an icon for each Horror Unleashed. So Jack is the Vegas one, and it's rumored that another one might be for Chicago. We'll just have to wait and see, you know, next year. So Jack is inside plastic. He's bubble wrapped up, so let's unbubble wrap him. I'm hoping for this year's HHN that we do get like collectible figures like this, because like this is what the hardcore fans want. We want numbered stuff, we want exclusive stuff. So the bubble wrap has been taken off. Look at that. So you got Jack the Clown right there with his classic outfit from 2015. Now this is also an outfit that Jack wears at Horror Unleashed. He's kind of like stepping on a skull right there. It's like all these bloody knives around. He's holding a bloody knife. Let's do a little 360. Now the thing is, if this was in Orlando, this thing would be gone instantly. This thing would not be around. But I do know at Horror Unleashed, there's plenty of them. So Universal, more of this. We want more of this stuff. We have a Universal update coming up next. There's some new stuff happening at Universal Studios. We'll have an HHN update next week when the heavily rumored IP gets announced. We'll just have to wait and see, but next week should be the week that we finally get like the announcement. But guys, on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
We love the family.
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. I love you all. I'll see y'all very soon.
There you are.
Hooterade?
Yes.
You play in the Crocs?